Hi, this is Tanya, ready for some slow and gentle yoga. It's come to my attention that apparently I'm supposed to do some kind of a disclaimer so you can't sue me for everything I'm worth, which is kind of funny because I'm doing the yoga classes for free since I'm not getting paid to do any of my teaching right now. So anyway, just keep in mind, as always with yoga, you're supposed to do whatever feels good for your body, avoiding anything that really hurts, any sharp pains, anything like that. So always listening to your body and hoping to feel better when we leave than when we came. So this is a slow and gentle class. I have a mat set out. You don't need a mat. If you don't have a mat, just find a place on the floor. And I also have a nice hardback chair, folding chair, dining room chair, anything like that, in case you want to sit on that rather than the floor, or if you want to hold on to it when we're standing up to help with your balance. So if you'd like either of those two supplies, if you have a dog, fantastic, make sure it's there too. And we'll go ahead and get started. So having a seat in your spot, whether it is on your chair or on the floor, on a mat, or the regular floor, if those legs won't relax, sit up on something. Sit up on a pillow or a folded blanket. And then that way the hip flexors can kind of sink down into the floor. Spine can grow nice and long. If this sitting position doesn't feel good, any comfortable sitting position works. And again, you can be sitting on your chair too. So we're going to close our eyes, focus on our breathing. Nice big inhalations matched with equally big exhalations. Thinking about what brought you to yoga today. What are you hoping to get out of this class? Just setting your intention to work in that direction. It might be something physical, emotional, mental. Maybe it's all three. Just acknowledging what it is so you can do whatever you need to do. Next, inhalation, grow that spine even longer. And then as you exhale, sweeping down towards the right, through center, inhaling towards the left on your way up. You can make these as big or as small as you want. Head and shoulders can roll around, or they can stay straight out from the spine. If you find something that needs a little extra TLC, stay there and breathe. The next time you're sitting up tall, staying right there. Exhaling those hands down by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. With an exhale, use that core, twist yourself to the right, and then fold over that right leg. Left sit bone gets to be nice and heavy. Big deep breath. Sneak that left hand a little further away from you. See if you can get an even bigger stretch. Inhaling part way up, growing that spine even longer. Walking yourself to center. And then exhale, folding here. Head can be straight out from the spine, or you can let it hang heavy. Gently pushing into hands or fingertips if your seat is peeling off the mat. Next, inhale, coming part way up again. Walking yourself to the left. Left hand in line with that left hip. Inhale that right arm up and over. Side body stretch. Sink that right sit bone down. Keep this right shoulder moving back so our chest is open. As you exhale, sweep that right arm down. And then as you inhale, bring it up and over. Again, you can make these slower or faster if you find a spot that needs more time and attention. Stay there and breathe. Next time that arm's up and over, stay, reach it longer. And then with an inhalation, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale those wings down. Changing the cross of your legs, if that's an option. Or if you have one leg bent, one leg straight, switching those up. Keeping in mind you can still be sitting in your chair. Inhale, get that spine long. As you exhale, sweep down to the left, through center. Inhaling on your way up and right. So again, head, neck, shoulders can get involved, or they can stay straight out from the spine. This can be as big or as small as you want. Big deep breaths, feeling free to stay and wiggle and breathe. If you find a spot that needs a little more attention. Next time you're sitting up tall, stay there. Exhale those hands down by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, use that core, twist it left, and then fold over that left leg. Big, deep breaths here. Let that right sit bone sink down, and then let that right hand sneak further away. See if you can find an even bigger stretch. With an inhale, grow that spine even longer. Walking yourself to center. Exhale, folding here. Gently pushing into those hands or fingertips, keeping your seat grounded. Head can be straight out from your spine, or maybe it hangs heavy. Next, inhale, get even taller through the spine. Walk yourself right hand in line with that right hip. And then with your next inhalation, bring that left arm up and over. Side body stretch, reach that arm long. Keeping that left shoulder moving back. As we exhale, we're gonna sweep our left arm down. Inhale it up and around. Again, if you need a little extra time and attention anywhere, feel free to take it. If you wanna move faster, you can do that as well. Next time that arm's up and over, stay there, reach it long. With an inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhaling them down. Working your way to hands and knees, or stay in that chair. If you're on hands and knees, gentle bend in those elbows. We're gonna do a little bit of cat-cow here, but first let's fire up the core. So curl those toes under, and with an inhale, float those knees up. If you're sitting in your chair, you can float one or both knees up as well. You might have to hold on to the seat of your chair. Big, deep breaths. You can even push into your hands, pull them towards each other. Fire up that chest wall. 2 more big breaths here. Next, exhale, let those knees come down to the mat. Toenails can come to the mat, tapping those toes out. And then a little cat-cow. So as we inhale, belly soft, heart melts, tail comes up, shoulder blades gently squeeze towards each other. Then as you exhale, arch that back like a cat, belly button towards your spine, shoulder blades move away from each other. You can match this to breath, inhaling cow and exhaling cat. Of course, you can always move faster, slower. If you're doing this sitting in the chair, keep those feet nice and wide apart so you have lots of range of motion for those hips. Your next inhalation, coming back to table, so that's a nice neutral spine. As you exhale, find that gentle bend in your elbows. We're just gonna say hello to those glutes. So we're gonna inhale that right leg up, pointer flex those toes. If you're seated, you're gonna say hello to your quads. Bring that right leg out in front of you. And just little pulses here. Bring that leg high enough that you can feel that right glute working. Gentle bend in your elbows. Next, exhale, right knee comes down. Inhale that left leg up. Again, if you're seated, the leg will come in front of you. Gentle bend in your elbows, pulse that left leg. Left toes are pointed or flexed. Still breathing. Next, exhale, knee comes down. We're going to use a down dog to stand up. If that doesn't work for you, feel free to make your way to standing, however does work. If you want to try a down dog, curl those toes under again. Inhale those knees up like we did earlier. Push into those hands so your buns come back and up. And then float those hips higher. Knees never have to be all the way straight. Big stretch here. Wiggle that head. Wiggle those hips. And then pushing into your hands so you can walk your feet forward. Hands come back. Bring up to your shins or thighs and inhale part way up. Saying hello to those hamstrings in the back of the legs. Buns go back. Pushing into those feet even more firmly with an inhale, standing nice and tall. We're going to do some half salutations. If you want the chair, bringing it in front of you for balance, and bring it far enough in front of you that you can walk those hands down the chair. I'm going to scooch myself back so you can see what I'm up to. You can do this seated in your chair also. Nice wide legs. Or standing without the chair. Choices, choices, choices. So coming to standing, we're actually going to bend or sitting. Bend that right knee, shake out that right leg. And then spread those toes all out. Sink them onto the mat. Bring that heel back down. So that right foot's nice and active. Bend that left knee, shake out that left leg. And then spread those toes all out. So take some weight off the toes. Put the weight back on the toes. Bring that foot down. So hopefully you have little gecko feet. Your feet might be a little fatter than they were when you started. Gentle bend in those knees. Hips are over our ankles. Shoulders are over our hips. I always have to slide my chin back so my earlobes are over my shoulders. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Grab onto that right wrist. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, your hands to your low back or hips. Inhale, float that chest up. We're going to take some extra time for a nice juicy back bend. Elbows come towards each other. Chest floats up. If your low back's not happy, bend those knees more and play with those hips front or back. If your neck's not happy, lengthen out that neck and then play with your chin tucked to right in line with your spine, anywhere in between. Next, exhale, slide those hands down your legs. Forward fold. You can also walk them down your chair. Knees have as big of a bend as they need. When you get where you're going, shake your head. Wiggle those shoulders. Wiggle those hips. Letting gravity help out with that stretch. Again, those knees have a nice bend in them. Next, inhale, walk those hands a little higher, either up on your chair higher or on your body higher. Maybe straightening the arms if they're on the floor, and then lengthen that back. Nice straight back. Big deep breaths. Buns are moving back. Crown of our head is reaching in the opposite direction. Bend those knees so you can really push into your feet. With an inhale, standing up tall. Exhale, realigning in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Grab that left wrist. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to low back. Inhale, float that chest up. Exhale, folding. Hands can slide down those legs. They can walk down your chair. Knees get to bend as much as they want. Wiggle those hips. Wiggle those shoulders. Wiggle that head. Big, deep breaths. Really push into those feet. Keep them awake. Next, inhale, lengthen that spine. Hands can come higher on your legs or on your chair. If they're on the floor, maybe those elbows get a little straighter. Let that heart melt between the shoulders. Pushing into those feet with an inhale, working your way up to standing tall. Exhaling those arms back down. We're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale, sweep those arms up. This time interlacing the thumbs, palms face the same way as the belly button. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, reach tall, switch the front thumbs. Exhale, side bend left. Inhaling tall. Exhale, hands to hips or low back. Inhale, float that chest up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, push into those feet, bend those knees. Inhale, standing tall. Exhale, those hands down by your side, mountain pose. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep it up. Interlace those thumbs, body tall. Exhale, lean it left. Inhale, reach it up. Switch the front thumb. Exhale, lean it right. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to low back. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, slide those hands down or lock them down your chair. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, bend those knees, push into those feet. Inhaling all the way up tall. Exhaling back to mountain pose. And we're going to do some Palayasana, some squatting, warming up that body a little more, getting into those hips and legs. If when you bend your knees with your feet out wide, your hands reach the floor, stay right where you are, just moving that chair out of your way. If that's not comfortable, flip your chair around, and as you bend your knees, hands can reach the seat of that chair. If you're sitting, you're going to do the arms with us, legs nice and wide apart. If you're not using your chair, you can move it out of your way. Again, that chair can be the floor as well. So bring those feet nice and wide apart. If your toes like to turn out, bend your knees, make sure your knees turn out as well. If your toes are trying to knock in, flex those feet, or if your knees are trying to knock in, flex those feet, and that'll keep your knees in nice alignment. So the first time we'll go slow, and then Pele is the volcano goddess. We'll start blowing up. So inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, you're gonna fold and squat. So this is where hands can come to your chair. They can come to your thigh, or maybe they come all the way down to the mat. And those buttons can go as high or as low as you want. Keep the hands on whatever they're on. With an inhale, float those hips up. Little different stretch. We have those feet wider apart. Knees don't have to be, or shouldn't be, all the way straight. So they can keep bending as much as they want. Next, exhale, bend the knees again. Here's our volcano. Lots of choices. Hands can push off of what they're on. They can come to your thigh to help you stand up, or they can come to heart center. With an inhale, push into those feet, arms reach up. There's our volcano. Exhale those arms down. So we're gonna turn that to 1 breath per movement, just moving a little bit faster. Again, doing whatever's right for your body. So inhale, sweep up. As you exhale, fold and squat. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach up. If you want to exhale through your mouth, you can. Fold and squat. Hips go up as we inhale. Back down as we exhale. All the way up with an inhale. Exhale back to mountain pose. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. Fold and squat. Hips go up. Hips come down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down 1 more time. Inhale up. Fold and squat. Hips go up. Hips come down. All the way up. Exhale those arms back down. And we're going to come to standing again or sitting still. If you need a little help with balance, bringing the back of the chair towards you, just so it's there, kind of like a ballet bar. You can also use a wall just in case you need it. And we're going to sink that weight into our left foot. Flip those right toes over behind us. Stretch that foot in a pointed position. Body's nice and tall so that core is engaged. If you need more of a stretch, you can bring that foot closer in. And taking a peek back there, we want our heel right in line with our calf. So we don't want it to fall in or fall out. And then picking up that right foot, roll that ankle. Again, you have that chair to hold on to if you want it. Roll that right ankle the other direction. Body's tall. Bringing that right foot to the floor, bend and straighten those legs. Sinking your weight into that right foot. Flip those left toes over behind you. Again, peeking back, we want that heel right in line with our calf. If you need a little more weight, you can slide that foot closer to underneath you. And then picking up that left foot so you can roll that left ankle, body's tall. Roll it the other direction. Setting that left foot down, bend and straighten those knees. We're gonna do a little warrior flow here, making our shoulders work. So again, if you like to hold on to something for balance, leave that chair right in front of you. We're gonna step close to it. If you're holding on, hold on with your left hand. With an inhale, we're gonna step that right foot back. Great big step. Right heel gets to come to the floor. Right knee's got a micro bend. That left knee's really bent. Belly button's working towards facing the same direction as our knee. Left hand can stay on your chair, or as you inhale, right arm up, bring that left arm up as well. So one arm or both arms. We're gonna do it on both sides. Exhale, bend those elbows, but squeeze them in. Inhale, straighten, get taller through the spine. Exhale, squeeze those elbows in as you bend them. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, reach those arms up. If you want to hold on to transition, hold on with that left arm. With an exhale, belly button goes to the side. My back toes are facing the same direction as my belly button. Left knee's bent. Again, one arm can be on the chair, or you can extend both arms out for warrior two. And then whatever arms are up, little circles. Still breathing, core's engaged, so our body's tall. Little circles the other direction. If you like to hold on to transition, hold on with that left hand. With an inhale, we're gonna come to warrior one again. So swivel that back foot, swivel those belly buttons. This time, whatever arm is up is gonna come back behind us. So one or right arm back or both arms back. And then we're gonna pulse those hands towards each other and up, waking up those triceps. Big deep breaths, still standing nice and tall with the body. Heads in line with our spine. Keeping those arms where they are or holding onto your chair. Either way, really push into that left foot. With an inhale, we're gonna step back forward, as many steps as that takes. Shake out those legs. And we'll do that all on the other side. So right foot's gonna stay nice and close to our chair. With an inhale, big step back with that left foot. Maybe some little steps to add to it. Right knee's got the big bend, back leg's got a little bend. Belly button, hips, chest, shoulders, working towards pointing that same direction as our right knee. If you're holding on, hold on with the right hand. With an inhale, bring that left arm up. Maybe stay holding on, maybe right arm comes up. As we exhale, we're gonna bend those elbows and squeeze them towards the midline. Inhale, reach them back up. Still breathing. Next time those arms or arm are up, leave them there. If you like to hold on to transition, hold on with that right arm. With an exhale, open up, belly button faces to the left, back toes face that same direction, front knees bent, back legs got the micro bend, arms are out in a T or one arm. Whatever arms are up, make little circles. Big deep breaths. Little circles the other direction. Slowing those arms down. If you like to hold on with that right arm. We're gonna inhale back to a warrior one. So right hand can stay on our chair or reach left arm and right arm back behind us. We're gonna pulse those arms towards each other and up. Notice if that right leg's trying to straighten. If you want it straighter, that's fine. But if it's sneaking up on you, bring it back down. Keeping those hands right where they are or bringing them back to your chair. Push into that right foot. With an inhale, step that left leg forward. And then shake out those legs. We're gonna do one more thing for those inner thighs and knees, and then we're gonna do some extra stuff on the floor. So bringing those feet nice and wide apart. Again, you could be standing or you could be sitting in your chair. Toes are gonna turn out, bend those knees. Make sure your knees are pointed the same way as your toes. If not, bring those toes further in. And then we're gonna stay low and pulse our knees back, back, back. We can hold on to our chair or we can bring those arms to a cactus. This is a tricky balance, so deciding what you want to do. You can hold on with one arm too. Next time those knees are pulsed back, stay there and pulse those hips down, down, down. Big deep breaths. Pushing into those feet with an inhale, stand tall, reach those arms up if you so choose. Exhale them back down. Working your way back to standing behind that chair. We're gonna do a little hip opener here. And those of you that usually practice with me on Tuesdays, I don't think we've done this, so I'll really explain it. We're gonna grow weight into our left foot. Right foot's gonna sit on the rung of that chair or the seat of that chair. And then you're gonna flex those right toes. That's gonna keep our right ankle strong, and let your knee fall out to the right. So you're on the outside edge of that right foot, either on your rung. I like to be on my heel just because it seems a little tougher, or that chair. And then we're gonna bend that left knee a little bit, lean it forward, stick your buns back till you feel something in that right hip. Big, deep breaths. Then we're gonna do a fancy transition. We're gonna keep this right leg up, push into that left leg so body comes tall, moving your way into tree. So right foot comes somewhere on that left leg, just not on the knee. Right toes can even be on the mat. And then play with that balance. Maybe letting go of the chair, maybe moving our branches, maybe moving our head. If you really want to challenge, you can try closing your eyes. Big deep breaths, keeping in mind that balance is a use it or lose it. So we're going to use it so we don't lose it. And if we lost it, we're going to use it so we get it back. Wherever your tree is, big breath in. Make it a big, beautiful tree. Exhale your way back to mountain pose. Shake it all out. Then we're going to try that hip stretch on the other side. So holding onto our chair, and you can do this on your sitting as well. You're just going to bring that ankle over ankle or ankle on your thigh. So flex those left toes, bringing your heel to the rung or the back of your chair. And then bend that left knee, let it fall to the left. Push into that right foot, so bend that right knee and lean forward. See if you can get into that left hip. Big, deep breaths. Our fancy transition into more of a balanced pose. Straightening-ish that right knee. Left foot comes anywhere on that right leg. Remember, left toes can even be on the mat. Just don't park your foot on your right knee. Tree pose, playing with lightening that grip on the chair. Maybe one or two branches. Explore. Feeling free to find a pose and staying there to balance. Or you can wiggle and squirm. Big deep breaths. Next, exhale, foot comes down, back to mountain pose. Shake it all out. Then we're going to work our way onto the floor. Staying seated is definitely an option in your chair. I'm going to use a squat to get down there. If that doesn't work for you, feel free to get down on your seat any way you want. If you're doing a squat, feet are nice and wide apart. Knees are going to point the same way as our toes, whichever way that is. Inhale those arms up. As you exhale, hands can come through heart center, or they can come to that chair or your thighs. We're going to bend those knees, bring our buns back. Lowering our way down. Wherever your squat is just fine. Those heels can peel off the mat if they want. When you get where you're going, see if that back can get longer. And then working your way to seated if you're not already there. Keeping your chair at the top of your mat or your area just in case you want to use it for Shavasana. We're going to straighten out that right leg-ish. Flex those right toes so we still have a buoyant knee. Left foot's on our mat. If you can keep your left sit bone on the mat and cross that left leg over, go ahead and try that. If that left sit bone will stay on the mat, will you bend that right knee? Go ahead and try that. So finding your spot, we're going to inhale, get tall. And then as we exhale, we're going to turn towards the left. Left hand helps our spine get long. Right hand can add a little bit to the twist by holding onto that right knee. Or you can bring the elbow to the right knee. Finishing off the twist with our head. Stay in your twist. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, relax. Inhale, head first, back to center. Unwinding. Bringing those hands back behind you so you can extend those legs, bounce those knees. Point the toes, flex the toes. Keep that left foot flexed. Right knee comes to the mat. We want our right sit bone down. So this might be your spot, or maybe you cross that right leg over. Maybe you bend that left knee. Right sit bone is still on the mat though. We're gonna inhale, get nice and tall. As we exhale, twist it right. Right hand comes back to support us. Left hand can hold onto that left knee, or you can use that elbow. We're just not gonna leverage ourselves too much. So we want this to be a nice comforting twist, not painful. Stay in your twist. Inhale and grow taller. Exhale, what can relax? Inhale, head first back to center. Hands behind us so we can unfurl those legs, shake them out. Then we're just gonna do a little boat pose here, engage that core. So hands can be on the mat, on the thighs, or they can reach out. Feet start on the mat, and then you're gonna recline your way back. If you're sitting in your chair, rather than body moving back, leg or legs are gonna move up. This could be your spot if that core is engaged, or you can float those feet up a little, or a lot. Legs can be bent or straight. So find something that's work, but that you can do. Big breath in here, make that boat bigger. As you exhale, sit up tall, grab onto those knees. Float that breastbone up, little back bend. Now puff up that belly as you take a breath in. Exhaling, relaxing, working your way onto your back. Don't put those feet on the chair yet. We'll get there. And then we're gonna hold on behind those thighs, bringing those legs in, gently rocking side to side. And we're gonna bring that left foot to the mat. Right leg's gonna extend skyward. Now it could be out at an angle, that right knee can be bent. Then we're gonna hold on with the right arm so we can reach that left arm up and roll our left wrist. Flex those right toes, maybe getting a hamstring, maybe a calf stretch. Roll that left wrist the other direction. Left hand gets to come down, right leg gets to come down. Inhale that left leg up. You can hold on to the back of it. Flex those left toes, so push through the heel, peel those toes back. Right arm extends up, roll that right wrist. Roll it the other direction. With an exhale, let that right hand down, left foot down. We're going to do a little bit for the core here. So we're going to bring those feet up at about a 90-degree angle. If you need to bring them closer in or shorten that angle to take a little weight off, you can. Hands can be under our hips, down by our side, or behind our head. As we exhale, we're going to tap that right toe down and then inhale it back up. Exhale, tap that left toe down. Inhaling back up. Moving side to side. If you want a little bit more, you can try both toes at once. Or you can float those shoulder blades up, but let your head fall back into those hands so we're not pulling on our neck. So again, finding the spot that's right for you today. And you get to change your mind at any point if you decide that's not your spot. Finishing off with those left toes being the last ones that tap the mat. Bringing those feet back down, arms back down, hands by our side, palms facing down. Snuggle those feet in as close to your seat as you can get them. And then keep your nose pointed forward. We're going to get a little bit of weight on that neck, so we don't want to turn our head. Push into your feet, float those hips up. Yoga bridge. If your knees fell apart, bring them back so they're pointed parallel. Knees pointed forward and up rather than out to the side. Big deep breaths and active inversion here. With your next exhale, slowly lowering those hips back down. We're going to release that low back. So these are tiny movements too. As you inhale, you're going to shorten your right side of your body. So bring that right hip towards your right armpit. Then as you exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, shorten that left side of your body, left hip towards your left armpit. Exhale, back to neutral. One more time, shorten that right side. Back to neutral. Shorten that left side. Back to neutral. This time, inhale, pushing into your feet, bring that right hip up. Right butt cheek might leave the mat. Exhale it back down. Still a little movement. Push into those feet. Inhale that left hip up. Left butt cheek leaves the mat. Exhale it down. One more time. Bring that right hip up. Back to neutral. Left hip up. Back to neutral. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let those knees fall open. Reclined Baddha-Konasana. Hands can sit under those thighs if they need a little support. They can sit on top of those thighs. Or if you want those shoulders to get to open up and relax, bring yourself into a cactus arms here. Right degree angle, or right angle. 90-degree angle with the elbows. Straight out from the shoulders. And just let everything relax as you exhale. Deciding if this is a good spot for you, or if you'd like to rearrange for your Shavasana, your final relaxation pose. Our favorite on our regular Tuesday class is usually to shimmy up closer to that chair and put our feet on the seat of the chair. So you can try that if that sounds good. Shavasana should feel good. So you're going to rearrange, find something that feels nice. And you're going to close your eyes, let them relax. Letting everything just melt like snow on a warm rock. When thoughts enter your mind, just let them drift back out. Next, inhale, bringing your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, seeing if there's anything that wants a wiggle or a stretch. Thinking back to that reason or reasons that you practiced yoga today. Congratulating yourself on working towards whatever it is. Taking a moment to be grateful for everything your body could do. It was an honor to get to practice with you today. Hopefully you feel better now than when you started. That's all we ask for. Namaste.